All right, in this video, I'm going to kind of show you how to dimension so you can review this if you need to go back to it. Also talk to you about correct dimensioning techniques according to what Project Lead wants you to do. First, I've got to go to my Google Classroom, open up 7.1 more dimension. I know 7.1 is supposed to be at Unit 7, but we moved it here just to make sure you understand how to dimension, because there will be some testing going down on that. So now I'm going to come down here and find part 1. Part 1 is this last one here, so don't be confused. Part 1, there's part 2. I've already made the parts for you. You've made them too, so you can use yours. If you'd rather use yours, I'm fine with that, but I put these here in case you had trouble and didn't make them correctly. Again, I'm not concerned about if they're made perfectly or not. I'm not looking at that anymore. I'm looking at your dimensioning technique. So I click on this, or right mouse click, and go to click on New Tab. Go to this New Tab, you'll see now a download thing will come on. I click open to open that up. Once I've done that, it comes up down here, and I'm just going to open up this part right here. There it is. It's opened up. Okay. Once I've got this part, that's not the one I want though. That's the one I want right there. Let's see if, yeah, that's the one I want. That's the one I want right there with the, see the gap here? I put the correct one in there, so we've got that now. All right, so once I've done that, I'm going to open, go to File, Open here, and I've got to bring my template in. Now, we're not going to just use the template. We're going to actually create a template, because on your computers, unfortunately, when deep freeze restarts, it loses a template. So I'm going to come here, click on this arrow here, go down to my, where it says Volume 1 LHS Student L drive. This is the L drive right here. Click on that, go to Data, double click on Data, double click on Applied Text Shared folder, go down to IED, PLTW IED, double click on that, and then go down to my template, IED template right there, the first one. Just do the first one. Open that up. I'm not going to use this. I'm going to save it as a template file. So I come over to Save As, click on, don't click, just hover over the arrow, go to Save As Template, and you'll save it here. You'll notice you won't have one here. If you do have one here, it's already there. Otherwise, it automatically goes to the template folder, and there it is. I hit Save there. I'm not going to because I already have it there. Once it's there, I'm going to close this, and now I'm going to go click on New, this New button up here, the little piece of paper. That's going to open up here. You'll see the template files right there. Hit Create. Now, if I didn't create the template file like that to open from the new folder file, the new tool there, I wouldn't have this. I'd have to put this in separate. So I'm going to type in my name here, which is automatically going to put it in there for me. I'm going to go to project. I'm going to put 7.1 because that's what project we're in. Hit OK. I'm not going to worry about scale right now. Hit OK here. If I want to change the scale later, I can come down here, click here, double click on this field text, and you'll notice there's the scale right there. I'm going to put 1 to 0.75. Hit OK. You'll see now it just appeared down there. There's 7.1, and there's my name automatically put in there for me. So now once I've got that set, I go to Place Views. So I make sure the Place View tab is set up, hit Base. You'll notice the cool thing about this, since I have the 7.1 already open, there it is, it's already in here. So if not, I'd have to click on Open here and find my file and open the correct one, Part 1 in there. I'm going to change this to 0.75. Now you'll notice that this is the front view. If it wasn't the front view, I could move around here and say, you know what, I'd rather have that be my front view, or I'd rather have that be my front view. But since the front view is the one I want, I'm going to automatically go there and make sure I go to that one there and set that up there. That's my front view. I put 1 to 0.75, move it to where I want it, click and hold the mouse button down, move it to here, drag up, but don't click. Leave it, don't click at all right now. Just drag up. Once I get to where I want it, click, drag to the right. Do not hold the mouse button down, just drag, click, then move the mouse up here and click. Once I've got them all there, right mouse click, hit OK. You'll notice they're all in location here where I want them. I can move this. If I move this around, you'll see how all of them will move around. If I move this one, just the front and the right side will move. Or actually, I can't move it up. I can just move it right and left. This one, I can just move up and down. The only one, if I want to move all of them, I got to move this one. This one doesn't move at all because it's separate. Now I got to double click on this one. See the red dotted line here? Double click on that. Go to the shade thing right here. See how it says hover over it, it comes in shaded. Click on that. You'll notice that there's my part right there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my Google Classroom, open up my More Dimensioning, which is opened up right here. Actually right here. And I'll move down to the part. And you'll notice how here it says I want to do datum dimensioning. Datum dimensioning. And on the second one, you'll see how it says chain dimensioning. Well, this one's datum dimensioning too. The second one here says chain dimensioning. I'm going to show the differences between those two in a second. So let me go back to here. I'm going to start dimensioning. So I go to Annotate, click on Dimension. And now when I dimension, I want to either click on the line or this point up here, the point that's closest to where I want to dimension above or below, wherever I'm dimensioning. If I click on the line, make sure I don't have a green dot showing, just a line. So line, oh, I don't want that dot, I don't want that dot, I want to move so it's no dot showing, there's no dot, and it automatically does this. If you don't do that, you'll notice, click OK here, there will be no gap between my object line and my extension line here. Here's my dimension line, there's my dimension, there's my extension line, and there's a gap there. If I did this here, if I clicked on this dot here, let's just do it down here. I'll just do it real quick just to show you. Notice how there's no, oh, that one did show it, but sometimes no dimension shows. So since we're doing, oops, undo, I didn't want to delete the whole thing, just want to delete that line there. Oh, what am I doing here? Click on that dimension, hit delete, there it goes. Now, since I'm doing datum dimensioning, I'm going from the same point. So this outside edge, I'm going from here now to here, and I just go a little bit above it. So now the front view, I'm going to do on the same part here, come out here. Notice I just had to click on that line and it automatically brought it out. 2, I can do the line. Now on this point I can't do that. I got to click on there and click here, come out here. And now the last 2 I've got to dimension here because I can't dimension those there. So I'm just going to click on this line here, drag out here. Oh, there's where I'm talking about. See how there's no gap in there? I don't want that. So I'm going to delete that line. And this time I'm going to dimension from this point to this point. Now, if I can go on an angle, I can go in another direction, but I want to drag down. There's that one. Okay? Now, the height one, I got to do this one over here, so I'm going to go from this point right here. Actually, since I'm going from the bottom, I'm going to actually go from this point here to this point here. There we go. And now I got to do the width here, so I'm going to do this line right here, drag out. We're doing datum, so now I've got to go from this point to this point. And then from this point, the overall. And now to do the top part, I could do it out here, but I'd rather keep it inside here. I could do it here. I wouldn't mark that wrong, but I'd rather do it on this part here because then it's inside, like one of our rules states. So we'll go from there to that line. We'll go from, I can go from, so this point to this point. Oops, that's the wrong one. Oh, this point. So dimension. This point to this point here. And that's all I have to do. I don't want to do the overall one because then I'll double up that dimension. So there, this is now completely dimensioned. You see that? So now, if I want to make a new page, this is what you have to do next. So if you want to make a new page, you got to click up here on the drawing here. The sheet. See the sheet right here? Click on the sheet there. I'm sorry. You see I was confused there because it's not showing up. I'm going, why is there no sheet coming up? The reason why is if you look up here, the dimension thing is still blue. So I'm going to escape out of there, then go to the part here, right mouse click, and hit New Sheet. This window will come up again. I got to type in my name. Got to type in 7.1. This time I'm going to put 7.1. Maybe it would be better to go part 2. 7.1 part 1, part 2 if you want to. I'm not concerned about the title, but again, click on OK. Notice now there's a new sheet available here, and with the title block and everything there. I double click on this one, I can go back to that sheet. I click on this one. So this time I'm going to go back to place view, click on my base part. I'm going to bring in the other one. So I'm going to open up. So I'm going to go open, and in this case I have it in the download folder. So let's see where it is. 7.1 part 1, 7.1 part 4. There we go. This is what I'm going to open up that one. There it is there, just to show you. So I move it, click and hold the mouse button down to move here. I let go of the mouse button, I drag up. I let go of the mouse button, I drag over, click, drag to this corner here, click, right mouse click, hit OK. Now if I don't like the size of this, I can double click on this and say, let's make it a little bigger. Let's go to 1:1. And it'll automatically make all of them 1:1. Do you see that? But this isn't the right view. Do you see that? How that doesn't look right at all. I have 2 of them there. So let me just delete this one. Just delete that one. Hit OK. It will just delete that one view. Double click up here. Go to Shaded. Now in terms of chain dimensioning, this is chain dimensioning. So Go to annotate. Chain dimensioning means like from here to here. Then from we're going to go from here to here. Then we're going to go from here to here. You'll notice how that's in a bad location, so I'm going to click on this and drag this 25 over to try to put it in the middle there. Oops, wrong one. So I can click on the number there and drag that in the middle there. Drag this one in the middle. It's not going to look great, but it won't let me do that, will it? Okay, so I'm over there. And then dimension from here to here. And drag that number. Oops. Undo. Click on this one and grab on this 50 here and drag that over here. There we go. That doesn't look great, but that's chain dimensioning in one straight line. Now this last one, I probably still would want to do the overall dimension, so I probably want to go from this line to this line here and pull that above there. That's probably the correct way of doing it. But that's what chain dimensioning is, in straight line. Datum is from one end to the other, and so forth. Okay, now I want to, let's say I'm done. I want to print this. I'm going to hit escape to get out of my dimension. I want to print this, so I'm going to export it as a PDF file. Now here's the most important thing that everybody forgets. When you export as a PDF, I have to hit options here. When I have more than one page, more than one sheet, see how I have two sheets here? It will not do all sheets. It'll just say, generally its default is current sheets. So I have to hit all sheets, make sure that's correct there. Then it will actually save PDF, so many pages in one PDF file. That's the file you'll upload to Classroom. Hopefully this makes sense. Good luck, and I'll be back soon.